Welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. This is Rantry, and we don't really have a whole lot of options. We could go to the Darkest Dungeon with some level 1s, but probably won't do that. Let's just get them out of our composition right now. We still only have the ruins available to us, so I would like some deeds. As you can see down here, we need deeds. Unfortunately, none of the available missions offer us deeds, but also to take into consideration is the trinket, this Chirurgeon's Charm. I'm just going to call it a Surgeon's Charm because it increases your healing skills. That's a great trinket. I love this trinket for Vestals, obviously. Plague Doctor, high accuracy. That's not terrible, but I don't really want it. Dodge, not really too keen on. Speed, yeah, we're going for the Chirurgeon's Charm. So everybody, well, these four are level 1s and these are level 0s, so we want to start leveling them up unless she's got okay. I just wanted to make sure that none of these guys have a quirk that makes them real bad in the ruins. I like the old man-at-arms, so we'll start leveling him up. This guy is just, I don't really like lepers. You got to work on their accuracy to get them up. So I guess we'll bring out our damage dealers again. And I can't really, oh man. These are locked in. Oh, did Renault? Yep, kleptomaniac locked in. So probably going to be dismissing old Renault. Although I guess that's not terrible. I mean, it's not great. I don't actually know what Demonomania particularly does, but this looks like a fine party. We're just gonna go on into the ruins. Unless, yeah, I can't upgrade my stuff yet. I could upgrade one stress building. This one takes busts and crests, and then if I jump over to the tavern, this one takes portraits and crests. But I'm gonna leave them at base level right now. Just save these things because I'm not gonna be doing a whole lot of stress healing people in the Abbey or the tavern just yet. Do we have any trinkets? Debuff chance? No, not even interested in that. Alright, this is another short mission. Let's see. So they can bleed us, but they're probably not going to. 2 shovels should be enough. 8 food should be plenty for a short. Take that back. We'll take 8 torches as well. We'll take 1 key and I'll take a couple of, actually, let's take the medicinal herbs because I believe we can interact with some more curios with that than with the whole. Actually, we'll take one of each. Again, just trying to build up our gold. Let's embark.
Pace out the halls of your lineage once familiar, now foreign.
I would like to. I gotta explore 90%. I'm gonna go this way first because it's just a short backtrack. Yeah. We'll just go this way first. I'm gonna try. Oh, trapped already.
Watch your step.
Thanks, Wayne June. I'm gonna try and make these episodes. Oh man, this is just super trapped hallway. I'm gonna try and make these episodes about half an hour or so a piece. So for these real short, easy dungeons, if I just blaze through them and there's not a whole lot of battles, may very well.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of.
I may very well do like 2 dungeons in an episode, but in general it'll probably be about 1 dungeon an episode, and if I do a long dungeon, the episode will probably end up being more than a half an hour. So we're just gonna start with this guy because he's I think these guys can damage me much more. So we're going to, although I really could I could get a double blight on these guys, which would probably be helpful. Or I could just, I think I'm just gonna, you know, I'm gonna focus this guy down. That's as my want. He's dead. Before he can act. And, let's see, can we stun you? What's your stun resist? 25%. This 100 should stun him. And that way we prevent damage. Again, preventing damage is better than having to try to heal damage. Yeah, it's kind of a toss-up as to whether these guys are more of a threat or these guys. I could debuff their dodge and their speed. That might actually be useful to see if I can go first next round.
Masterfully executed.
And so yeah, it's mainly that speed debuff that I like from Bellow. So now we could do another blight on this guy right here. I think we will. I'm prioritizing him a little bit more than this guy just because he's already low, so it should be fairly easy to kill him. Yep.
Continually onslaught.
But see, and sometimes that happens where I did a dot, the blight, DOT, damage over time effect on this guy, and it would have done 4 damage to him, but then the highwayman just killed him, so I feel like it's kind of a waste of damage, so I should maybe consider that sometimes. We'll focus this guy. Yeah, like these guys just don't do very much damage. Although they do give us a dodge debuff. Oh, this Vestal doesn't have the party heal. That's not good. We could go ahead and just finish this guy off.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
We do have really good damage projection on this team. The man-at-arms can hit spots 1, 2, and 3, and everybody else can hit every single spot, so. Not actually a very bad, this is actually a pretty good comp. I don't really care too much for the highwayman, but he's fine, I guess. He's got some skills where you can he and the man-at-arms here have skills where you can activate riposte on them, and that means basically every time you get hit, you will also do kind of a counterattack. But I don't believe, yeah, he does not have his retribution, and the highwayman does not have, does not have duelist advance, or, let's see, doesn't he? I thought he had 2. For some reason I thought tracking shot activated riposte, but I guess it's only duelist advance. Anyways, back tracking. Go back to where we started from, and then obviously continue exploring the rest of the dungeon. This isn't a terrible layout, I suppose. There's not a whole lot of backtracking to do, just that one, this one little jaunt. But for a short dungeon, it's actually not that great. Alright. These guys have very low health. It's only 7, so I am considering doing a grape shot and getting both of them, but again, it's probably just better to just kill one of them, and that's, you know, almost a guaranteed kill with that open vein, and this is, he'd have to do max damage for that. We'll Noxious Blast him. Blight him up. I should really pay more attention to the resistances down there, because I just threw that blight on that spider, but I don't know off the top of my head. Oh, stupid dodge. I don't know off the top of my head, you know, how good a spider's blight resistance is. Got a torch, we use it up, combine this stack like that, and continue on. Okay, good. I believe that I can interact with this with the medicinal herbs, and I think it relieves stress. And Hylomania is a bad quirk, so if it relieves bad Oh, excuse me. If it relieves bad quirks, then she's a good option for it too. No, just loot. All right. Yeah, I should really get better. You know, I've played this game actually quite a bit, and I should get better at remembering the curio interactions. You know, I could go down, but that would be dumb, so I'm gonna go around this way so I can hit every room. Not getting any scouts, probably because my light's not super high. Alright, so we've got enough for one more hunger tile. It almost feels, oh, see, that's that hylomania. That's just a really bad obsessed with material things. That's a really bad quirk too. It's just hard for me to justify spending a lot of money to, oh, these guys definitely have to go. This is where the plague doctor comes in real handy. Because, oh, well, I guess, or we could just crit. But this, the plague grenade doing a somewhat significant amount of blight damage to the back lines is always really good. And let's see, 4 to 8 damage on that. Or I could stun, which I think I would prefer to stun so that he does not get to act. Very low stun resistance as well on that guy. And he's got 6 damage. This will probably kill him. I'm gonna debuff their speed. Yeah, he's okay, he's dead. I didn't care about killing him because he was already stunned, so I knew he was gonna take 1 tick of the blight for the turn that got rid of the stun, and then on his next turn, which will be this turn, the blight will kill him. These little hashtag gold marks next to the, let's see, we'll just stun again this guy. Those little hashtag marks mean they have not gone in combat yet. So she just went, she lost her little mark. He's going right now, he's gonna lose his little mark. Whack.
As the fiend falls.
See, that wasn't real smart because he was already stunned. I should have actually probably gone for that guy. 4 to 7. Yeah, we'll blight him again. Especially since he hasn't gone yet. Well, he's dead anyways. Alright, some deeds! That's great. Now, this thing...
Or is it merely a trick of
again,
the light?
I'm gonna try and either relieve some of her stress or get rid of hylomania. I believe this is another, holy water? Yes! Oh, that's so wonderful. Okay, the Eldritch Altars need holy water. So it's great to bring holy water into the ruins.
Even the cold stone seems bent on preventing passage.
I mean, it's okay. This, oh no. Oh, good. He got a buff. What's causing you to do that? Oh, he likes to interact with religious type things. That's not good either. But people call out this game all the time, or shout out, you know, they tout the writing and the voice acting of Wayne June, and very much rightly so in my opinion. You know, just the things he says and his voice are just so perfect for this game, and the mood and just the atmosphere is so perfect all the way through. I love in the intro scene, in one of the intro scenes, he uses the word antediluvian, which is one of my favorite words.
Give them no
Meaning, before the flood, basically, before the flood of Noah, is what antediluvian means. It basically just means really old and ancient, but technically it means before the flood. And tenebrous is another word they use all the time, which means kind of dark. I mean, it does mean dark. The most tenebrous corners of blah 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 blah. So you get little vocabulary lessons playing this game as well. All right, so he's dead. He's dead by a lot. Let's start bleeds on this guy. One thing that dot damage is really good for, and you probably need a heal, bud. One thing that dot damage is really good for is big sacks of hit points. Guys that you know are going to take a few, you know, several rounds to get down. You know, dotting them is generally a good idea. Better than little guys with not very many hit points. As it's where we'll get one more heal off on the Plague Doctor. And he doesn't have, I'm sorry, she. This is actually a female character. Does not have battlefield medicine. But we'll get a dot going on Big Papa here. And just smash him in the face. And 4, 6. Alright, well he's... Oh man, I hate that when they get one... And it seems to happen all the time where they have just 1 HP left. And now everybody's bled for 1 damage, 1 damage, 1 damage. She's only got 2 rounds. We are going to need to probably heal again. He's only got 14 HP. This guy has more HP, but he does take more damage being in the front, so I think we're going to go ahead and heal him up a little bit. And then with this, we will, actually, he's going to die on his next action. There's nothing I could do. I could have moved around and done some things to heal up, but yeah, I wasn't really too concerned with that.
Packs laden with loot are often,
and a lot of times you can delay what I try to do, especially in, I mean, these dungeons are relatively easy. Of course, I am getting, you know, not insignificant stress on them now. But the main strategy that I guess I use and everybody uses is, you know, the fight starts, let's say the fight starts with 4 enemies, and, you know, what you want to do is basically, like, kill 2 of them, and then, do I still have medicinal herbs? Nah, I don't want to get any extra stress. Basically, if I don't have the proper interaction for a curio, I leave it alone. But, like, for example, just the overall combat philosophy, there's 4 characters here, so what I want to do is minimize, well, take out the stress damage dealers first, and then I could potentially stun these guys if I had enough stuns, in order to heal myself up all the way. But what you will sometimes run into is if you only have 1 guy left and you try and stun him over and over and over again, and then and just, you know, heal the whole time, you only have 2 rounds worth of doing that once there's 1 guy left, before you start taking extra stress damage. So the game kind of has that built-in way to keep you from just spamming a stun on 1 little guy and healing your party up over the course of multiple, you know, 3-4 different rounds. However, if there are 2 guys left, you will never get that. You'll never get stress increases from just basically spamming heals and stuns, if that makes any sense. I'll show you the general what I'm talking about here in a little bit. 4 damage, so he's obviously dead. This guy is the next priority. We'll play grenade him. Oh no, we will Noxious Blast him, sorry.
A singular strike.
But like, now that this guy's dead, I could work on stunning these 2 guys and just keep letting the Vestal heal everybody else up to full. However, I don't have a party of stunners. I haven't unlocked their abilities yet. Oh, come on. Alright, he's gonna take some more damage. He's actually maybe on death's door. That's not good. We're gonna have to be healing him up quite a bit. Let's see, what do you have? 4 damage. He's got 4 HP, so he's dead. We'll smash this guy. If I had my pick of his skills, he does have a decent stun that I could have used, but I haven't upgraded the guild yet, so I can't unlock their abilities. I guess we'll just... I don't know. So I really... The damage here is somewhat meaningless, and I do kind of want to get an opportunity to heal this guy again, even if it means this guy gets an extra attack. So we'll just buff... we'll actually buff her so she gets higher speed, because this gives you +3 speed, and I want Vestal going first so she can start be healing my man-at-arms, because now we're kind of in that end of the fight. I also don't want him taking very much damage from this guy. I'm going to leave this guy alone. I'm not going to attack him for a couple rounds, probably. So I do want to buff his protection. Highwayman's a little low, so we'll protect the Highwayman. And what that does is it gives him some protection, so when he does take damage, he won't be taking nearly as much. See, just 1 damage. And then our Highwayman's totally safe. I am just going to move him. Now this is round 4, so at the end of at the beginning of round 6, or maybe even the end of round 5, they're gonna say, "Hey, let's quit tarrying here," and they're going to start getting extra stressed out. So I can't wait around forever, but I do want to get a couple more heals off just on the man-at-arms, so that okay. So we'll do one more defender. I don't think we'll be getting any more stress. But at the end of this round, I've got to kill him or I will start getting that stress. So this is going to be my last heal I can realistically use. And everybody, honestly, is getting a little low for my comfort. But he's again going to be taking the brunt of the damage. So we'll heal him up. And then we'll go ahead and kill.
Another abomination.
And great crit. Got a little bit of stress healing out of that. Ooh, and a lot of nice gold. We'll go ahead and go back to the default party order. Now this is the last room I absolutely have to go into, because the scout has explored 90% of rooms. But I may go ahead and, well, I probably will go ahead and get that last room as well. Give me a scout. Continue adventuring. Nah, it's not gonna give me a scout. But right before we get into this room, I'll eat the rest of my food. I just want to keep that 4 food around just in case we get a random hunger tile. And I also don't want to be surprised, so I'm gonna keep my light all the way up at Radiant, because we're at the end of the dungeon here, and it's I'm glad he dodged that, because that could have been some extra stress. We're at the end of the dungeon here, so all these things don't particularly matter all that much. Get your torch, and we'll see if we get a battle in here. It doesn't look like it. Okay, well, there's no reason to eat this or do anything. We can't get any stress heal, so we'll just call it a day and be done with that dungeon. But we got actually a really pretty dang good trinket, and we got rid of the Vestal's Hylomania, which is fantastic. That saved us a lot of money, not having to go into the sanitarium and cure it. See what kind of quirks and stuff we got. Flawed release, that's fine. He doesn't use ranged skills. Ruminator, that's not great, but there's not a lot of stress healers. I do use them a lot, but that's whatever. I mean, I guess that's fine, but it's not great. Minus dodge isn't great, but again, dodge is not... now this is not good. Fragile is bad. We don't want our Vestal, who's already squishy, to be low on HP. But, you know, it is what it is. These things are obviously unavoidable. Okay, now we got the blacksmith and the guild unlocked. But like I was saying, these quirks, like, I'd love to remove this, but it's extremely expensive. If I go over to the oh, I haven't unlocked the sanitarium yet, but It's extremely expensive to cure quirks and to lock in these quirks, but once this quirk gets locked in, just like Renaud's Kleptomaniac, that's locked in, that's gonna be like, I don't know, I think like 5,000 gold or something to get rid of a locked in. It might even be more than that, locked in quirk. So it's good to get them when they're not locked in, and it will also, the cost will increase as they level up. So sometimes you may want to get rid of a quirk on a low level character. It just depends on how much you think you're going to be using them. I know I'm going to be using my Vestals for almost every mission, so I wouldn't mind sending them to do that. I did not take any trinkets, so unequipping them doesn't do anything. But anyways, that was the first little short dungeon there. Anyways, next time we will be embarking on another quest, but until then, my name's Rantry. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.